Hello Eurovision friends, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. Today I want to do a bit of a silly video, maybe some of you might think, because I want to predict who the winner of Eurovision 2024 is going to be. And I can already hear you say, well, but you only have 2 songs and you have 8 artists, so what are you going to base this on? Well, exactly that, and also the lineup of the national finals, and then there's going to be a lot of speculation, because we just don't know a lot of things yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun, so I really wanted to do this, and you cannot pretend that you haven't thought about this question already if you are watching this video, most especially. So, I'm going to tell you the 5 countries I think are most likely to win Eurovision 2024, but before I do that, I also wanted to add some honorable mentions. And I want to start with Ukraine, mostly because of the amazing track record that they have at Eurovision. They have qualified every single year. They have won the contest 3 times, even though they only started participating in 2004. And the last couple of years, you had Goa with Shum, an amazing, incredible song. You had Kalush Orchestra winning with Stefania, also a very different and cool song. And then last year, you had Tvorchi, which achieved a very good result as well, with a completely different style of music. Ukraine just seems to be a country with a very diverse and very creative music scene, and they also want to go to Eurovision, unlike in some other countries. So I have a lot of faith in Ukraine finding another amazing song. So I think it is not unlikely that Ukraine is winning this year. And of course, we have current events that are in the mix as well. But mostly it's the creativity of the Ukraine music scene and also the selection method that seems to be working really, really well. I hope for another Shum. It's one of my favorite songs. Then I have Luxembourg. Last time I had it in my top 5. They are returning after 30 years. And if you've watched my news videos, they have been doing everything right. They are so excited. They are planning a huge show for the national final. They know how PR works and how to keep themselves in the conversation. And if they find the right song, I think they will know how to promote it as well to get it to that stage where it is a possible Eurovision winner. The artists that were announced point to a mainstream English pop song, which I'm not that excited about because it might go under in a sea of mainstream English pop songs we have at Eurovision, but I'm still quite faithful in Luxembourg's chances, so to say. Then we have Finland. They have UMK, another incredible selection method. Of course, they found Kerje last year, who came second. But them as well, they know how PR works. They keep themselves in a conversation, even if it's just about who is going to host. They posted these teasers of music videos that they are producing. A lot of thought and a lot of heart also goes into organizing the national final, and it seems like the Kerje craze might have convinced some very established artists to enter the national final, so that's why I have it in the list of possible winners. Then we have Israel. They are currently second in the odds, I think most probably because of current events and people thinking that that might have an influence. I think the odds are overestimating that quite a bit. However, the selection method that Israel is using has been used in the past and has produced very good results, including a win for Netta in 2018. So that's why I decided to still include them in the list. Then we have Switzerland. 6 artists are still in the running. They have recorded the songs, and Switzerland has had very good results, 4th and 3rd place, and then qualified for the final, which is already a good result, but kind of mid-table results. So it's kind of on and off for them, but I think that they are learning with every time that they enter Eurovision and that they participate, and they still want to win it, I'm quite sure. And maybe this time they have an up-tempo song to be able to qualify from the final easily. So I still have a bit of faith in Switzerland as well. Then I have the Netherlands. We know the artist already. He is Joost Klein. And I have it here only in the honorable mentions, let's say. He's kind of famous and he has had hits and he knows what he's doing very obviously, but I think it could be very hit or miss. I think either he finds a song that works 100% and he is in the winning conversation, or it's a song that just doesn't work at all for Eurovision and he is kind of out of the conversation. But I still have him here because the possibility is there, in my opinion. And then last but not least, in the honorable mentions, I have France. Slimane with Mon Amour is the only entry we have apart from Czechia. And I have to say that in my rating video, I think I said that he doesn't really have a chance to win. He can get a good result, but I don't think that he can win. And I've kind of changed my tune on that because thinking about it, Voila came second, only 24 points behind Måneskin, which now is one of the biggest bands in the world. So France knows how to stage a song like this. Very subdued, very tuned down, not like Évidemment, for example. And I think if they get it exactly right and the mood on the night is correct and there aren't too many ballads that night, he could actually do it. And Slimane is an amazing singer. He will get lots of jury points for his vocals, for the kind of song as well. And he's just a very professional artist as well. He knows what he's doing. So he won't have stage fright or anything like that on the night, and he will deliver. So I'm kind of liking France's chances a bit more than in my rating video. Now let's get to the top 5. In 5th place, I have Spain. Now, the Benidorm songs have been revealed. Among these songs, there are a lot of songs that I like. The standard is very good, very high, but nothing screams Eurovision winner to me among these songs, except maybe Almacor and Bríos Platinos. But I think it's a bit of a long shot, having thought about it a bit more. So you might say, so why do you put it 5th? That doesn't make any sense. Because I think the potential is there. There are lots of very good songs in this national final. And some of them will crash and burn live with the live vocals and with the staging, but others will maybe be filled with even more live and will come to life with the staging and the live performance. Like, I think listening to Slow-Mo without seeing the performance, you wouldn't think this is a song that could potentially almost have won Eurovision. And that's the same with a lot of the songs we have in Benidorm, but they might come alive with the performance. Almacor, Lérica, Jorge González, María Pelá, these are all songs that I think could really have a staging and a performance that convinces me that they might be in the winning conversation later in the year. Then in 4th place, I have kind of by default almost Sweden, because Melodifestivalen is just such an established and clear recipe for success in Eurovision, really. They have won so many times, and the lineup of Melodifestivalen this year is just really, really impressive. We have Denis Saucedo, we have Dotter, we have Marcos and Martinez. None of them really scream Eurovision winner to me either, except maybe Dotter, but they have received 2,600 and something songs, and one of these songs will go to Eurovision, and they will be better than a lot of the other songs, I'm guessing. So that's why I put it in 4th position. By the way, I'm going to update this prediction over the coming months, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that. More songs will be revealed, more national final lineups will be revealed, and so it will be easier and less speculation to do these predictions, and they're just so much fun. Then we have Italy. In 3rd place, kind of similar to Sweden, Sanremo is an obvious recipe for success. If you look at the last couple of years, 2nd in 2019, 1st in 2021, 5th in 2022 or 6th. You might correct me in the comments. And then 4th this year, it is just clear that the winner of Sanremo is going to be a very special and very interesting song performed by someone who is very experienced, most certainly. And if they aren't experienced, they're just very good at what they're doing, like Mahmoud was in 2019. And the lineup for Sanremo this year is just very impressive as well. You have Il Volo, who came 3rd at Eurovision. You have Mahmoud, who came 2nd. You have Diodato, who probably would have had a very good chance to win in 2020. And Alessandra Amoroso. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Lots of potential Eurovision winners, and there's just no reason to think that Italy and Sanremo cannot produce another Eurovision winner very, very soon, including this year. Now, in 2nd place, I have Greece. They have announced that Marina Satti is going to be their artist. We don't know anything about the song yet, because as far as I know, it hasn't been chosen. But why am I putting Greece 2nd? I have a lot of faith in the artistry and the professionalism of Marina Satti. I love the combination of urban sound, traditional music, interesting lyrics, her singing possibly in Greece, which will stand out. And everything I have seen and heard from her is just very impressive and kind of convinces me also that she wants to win Eurovision, because we've heard that she's going through the songs at the moment. If she doesn't find the right song in the songs that were submitted, she might write one on her own. So that all tells me that she has a vision of what she wants, and she has an artistic backbone, so to speak, and that will convince a lot of juries, but also, I think, the public. I hope that she finds the right song and that I won't be disappointed, but I'm quite, positive about her chances. That's why I put her second. And the writer of Tattoo and Euphoria submitted a song to her as well. All of that sounds very interesting to me and like something that could be a possible Eurovision winner. Now, my number one is the current number one in the odds that changed today, and that is Olly Alexander for the United Kingdom. Again, we don't have a song, but I am convinced by his voice, by his sheer stage presence and icon status. He knows about fashion, he knows how to perform, he knows how to act, which isn't a bad thing on a Eurovision stage either. He will have an incredible song. Danny L. Harl, who wrote Houdini for Dua Lipa, has reportedly written this song, and I don't think that Danny L. Harl and Olly Alexander would go to Eurovision without exactly the right song to do as well as possible. There will be lots of excitement about him being there, and I think that the juries will be convinced by a bit by name recognition, but also by the fact, what I mentioned, his voice, his stage presence, and the sheer professionalism that you can see. I think if the song's really good, it could be a hit in several countries before the contest. And as I said, they wouldn't go to Eurovision, I think, without the best song that they could possibly have found. So this is my prediction. I put way too early predictions, so don't tell me in the comments that it's crazy to do this. I know it's crazy to do this, but it's just a lot of fun. Let me know what your way too early predictions are for Eurovision 2024. And as I said, I'll be updating these predictions very regularly as more songs come in, as more national final lineups are revealed. And then, if you subscribe, I'll see you for my next video if you want to. See you then, and bye-bye.